Hello. It's time for another Go stream. So I did an account reboot to 2Q so that I can focus on the teaching.
The game is starting.
And not have to think so hard about what I'm playing and play more quickly. Alright, a cross opening. Okay, keeping it simple with the knight's move. Black might play here. Okay, he played here, so let's just keep it simple. I kind of want to use this as a demonstration of how you can win without anything too complicated. So taking this corner. So now that black has a position in this vicinity, it makes a black move around right here really powerful because white can no longer get any type of a decent result in this area, nor can white approach the corner anymore. And then this enclosure kind of acts like a wall of sorts that helps to encircle or box in territory around here when combined with a stone around here. So basically, it becomes Miai. If your opponent has a stone in this area, you should usually approach here. And if they play around here, you usually want to extend to around this area. So I'll play here. Okay, so this move would be a little bit better if it's high because since this area is invadable anyways, there's not really any point in playing the extra secure version when you're going to be so flat on the left side like this. So I'm just going to keep things simple even more. Although since black is really low, I'm thinking maybe I should play high. I'm starting to get more Moyo potential with the fact that he's so low and I can press him down even more in the future. So yeah, let's play high this time. But I think the slide here would have been perfectly fine. This isn't very good because it kind of gives away territory and it makes this connecting move really natural for white. I understand black's trying to make a wall, but it's kind of trying too hard. Like, it's not really very flexible minded to be like just deciding that you want a wall and you want to build a Moyo here regardless of what they have. Since I have a fourth line move here and I'm kind of building high on the bottom, and since black played a low stone here, it doesn't really make sense for black to suddenly change strategies and be going for a Moyo here, especially because this stone here is kind of close and this is flat on this side too and it's easy to press down. So it doesn't really make sense for building a Moyo around here. So I'm just going to connect up, get this territory. Hello, calm tilt. Yeah, I had some stuff some last minute things I needed to deal with to make sure before I start this stream. So I did a reboot to 2Q. I want to focus more on the teaching and the chatting and not have to play my moves like so slowly. So there's a weakness here to think about, but white also does have a lot of liberties. But then black has these cutting points too, so I'm just going to reinforce. So now black is coming into this crowded area where white has a lot of advantage and where black doesn't really have a lot of room to extend. So the natural idea is to kick here. The kicking move here, which makes black play there and white play here, it doesn't fully secure the corner and therefore it's only actually good for white if white's over concentrating black or attacking him, which requires keeping him out of the corner where the eye space is easy to find. If I played a pincer here, it would be really redundant with my other stones and kind of over concentrated. At that point, black could just 3-3 or double approach. Calm tilt, how's the volume? How's the audio? Is there anything I should change, like music down, Tygem sounds down, or voice up or down? This is actually a pretty good looking idea. I'm a little bit surprised to see this from my opponent, my 2Q opponent, but this is a pretty good move. Oh, I should turn those up? Okay. So let's see. Voice up. I think this is turning it up. Is my voice any louder now? So how's the music now? The music is too high, okay. Let me change that. Okay, how about now? Alright. So now I'm looking for a way to counter this move. It's quite a good move. So the natural counter is this diagonal and then playing Hane here. If black connects with this clamp, then he's not really getting any eyes down there, so I'm kind of fine with that. But if black cuts, I will be Atariing here and then connecting under. Then black plays Atari, I connect, and then I have to think about this black cut. But it seems like black would just lose the liberty fight, so I'm gonna go for it. I actually have a lot of liberties with these 4 stones. Okay, so black is jumping, but then now I don't really need to worry about anything because black's not getting any eyes out of this. Black can't cut right now because my Atari leaves him unable to connect, but he could push here and then cut. So the question is, do I fix now or do I fix with something indirect? But then this move for black would become Sente, so basically I'm going to fix directly. Another good move actually might have been to play Hane here. Okay, so black is... What black should really be doing here, since there's no eyes, is just running away as fast as he can. This isn't really a successful strategy for black right now. So I have 2 good moves locally, which is Hane or Hane on the bottom. But I think Hane on the top makes more sense because he doesn't get 2 eyes on the bottom anyway. And if he's able to Atari here and extend, he'll be able to run away more easily. But then, yeah. I'll play this one. So now when he jumps, I can just jump with him. And black is still under attack. So we're not afraid of black invading the 3-3 right now because if black does, we will descend here. And even if black knows the correct way to live, which would usually be peeping here, and then when white plays here, playing a diagonal move there, but this is going to hurt black's outside and black's going to get into a lot of trouble, so black shouldn't go here right now. If black invades here and we block here, then when black plays here, it'll at least mostly connect to the 3-3, but it'll also build black's eye space in Sente, so that wouldn't be a good choice for us. But It's bad for black if black comes here and we descend, because this is the current important situation. That that connect just now seems kind of inappropriate because the fight right now is over here. So let's focus on that. So turning here might be natural. Or I could send black running this way so that I can extend some more. Pretty much those are the two choices. One more choice might be to see if I can seal black off, but it's usually pretty hard. So if I peep and he connects, then I would be looking at either here or here to seal black in. And then the idea there would be if black plays here and then plays here, of course if I block again, he'll be able to Atari there and then Atari again and then break out. But then if I peep and play here and he plays here and here, I can just extend. And then just keep extending and then double Hane. But yeah, there's some risk there too actually. So I think I'll just stay calm about this. There's one more thing to think about though, peeping here and playing right here. If black pushes and we block, then black can push, Atari, Atari, connect, push, Atari, Atari, and capture this one. In any case, this doesn't really hurt us too much, so let's just peep. Even if black had played here and then bamboo, that actually helps our corner become really solid, so I would have been really happy about that. I don't think this was the right direction for white actually, but it's okay now. This pincer is kind of too jealous of white's territory. It's not really the right idea usually when white is so strong in this area, so let's jump. And play here. That is unexpected. I thought black would draw back. Let's just connect. And fix in a way that's also threatening black's group there. Doesn't really make sense for black to be living in here right now, since that's gonna end up making this group die, most likely. So I feel like just letting black live, because it keeps this group out here weaker. For some reason, I'm not seeing that that indicator of how many people are watching.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's weird. I can't tell how many people are watching.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
This black group looks like it's dying. Am I missing something here? Seems like black's just dead here. That's weird. They're usually like, yeah, to the right of the stream title, usually it shows how many people is watching. People are watching. Okay, so since white doesn't really have any big weaknesses, it makes sense to think about double honeying here. So I'm hoping that black coming out with this weak group, trying to come out, will actually make this group down here end up dying. So I'll play double honey. And then I am just going to... It really seems like one of these groups is about to die. So do I do a knight's move here, or do I just push?
9, 8, 7.
I don't really care what happens on this side. I'm happy if a group dies. But I'm gonna connect this because it seems like I have time. I said it seems like I have time. I don't think he heard me. I mean, I guess I could have just ended the game by closing this off instead and letting him double Atari. But... Good game, good game. So if he cuts here, I Atari, and Atari, and then Atari again. Or I even double Atari. So in this case, I guess just connect. If I don't kill this, it's not really the end of the world, so I don't think I should take too many risks here. So I think he's trying to like put more than one of my group in danger at once. He wants to resurrect his corner maybe by killing this whole thing, or maybe killing this other group. But then doesn't seem to be working for him. I think I have time to even just
8, 7, 6.
double Atari here. Okay, he's trying to threaten this group.
1, 0.
I'm changing the title right now based on your suggestion, because yeah, I forgot to set the title. So, Tygem Baduk Conquest. Climb from 2Q to 7 Dan. There we go. How about that? Where'd the title go?
9,
Disappeared.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
I think I'm alive in
2,
Sente.
1, 0.
But my title disappeared. What's going on here? I'm gonna refresh this page. No, I lost it. Hey, the number of people watching is showing now. Alright, I need to make my next move. What's it gonna be?
The last over 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know. I think I'm just alive in Sente down there. So now he wants me to prove that I'm alive. So I will Atari and turn here. Atari and expand over here. I didn't really need to play that capture on the right side, but I just I'm trying to focus on changing my title, my video title. Okay, okay, video title. I have to do it all over again. Oh, there it is. It saved it, but it didn't post it. There we go. Okay, I got the title. Alright, he's desperately trying to... He's in denial about my group's safety. Okay. That's awfully calm. Oh, he's trying to connect under, I see. So that is not going to work. I can even fix it in Sente. Okay, now I'm going to expand my top Molio potential. So I would like to come here, and if he blocks, then I would play there, make a wall. He can counterattack, and I'm sure I would survive from playing here, but... Since he can start a fight from that, I'm not even going to take the slightest risk since I already killed all this stuff here. Okay, reducing me from there. If you're going to reduce me like that, then I'm just going to reduce you instead of trying to protect my own stuff. Because now that Black's played there, I already don't have much here anymore, so I'm just going to move into Black's area. So, play here. And we will destroy each other. This seems to be the wrong shape because I can cut. If I were to cut with this move, then Black can just crawl like this and then Hane. But if I start from here, black seems to have a problem. Okay, that's fine. Well, this stone doesn't really make sense anymore, so that's fine. At this rate, I think I'll push more. I'll push one more time. And I'll just take the center, I guess. Now I'm not really interested in responding anymore because I already have the center. I'm more interested in coming out here. Here. Yeah, that's pretty big.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Black has a weakness here, so I'm gonna try to play with this a little. This is not really recommended or anything, it's just something I want to do for fun here. I'm interested in cutting off this group.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Black's confident that he will live with this group. So now I just need to break up the eye space somehow. Since all my groups involved are pretty strong, I can play the boldest possible moves. Tari, Tari, Tari. I mean push. Seems like I can play here. Okay. Where are your eyes coming from? Okay, seems like I could play elsewhere actually, but let's just keep making sure this is dead. Must not get overconfident. But there's no eyes really, there's no eyes in this area, so in fact, for total safety, let's even just cut this. That's like absolute safety now. I don't see two eyes coming about here, so this is bullying. Well, maybe you guys should throw some questions out. Real bullying would be playing illegitimate moves. Playing the player. C13. Yeah. Real bullying would make C13 live. So I rebooted to 2Q because 1 second. Seems like everything is okay. Well, I mean, even if I'm playing at 4 dan or 5 dan, like, it's pretty much similar until I'm at 6 dan. So, like, if this is bullying, then that would be bullying too. Because it's the same, it's tougher, but it's the same result usually. So, I just want to be able to spend more time explaining things and then play faster as well. I'm trying to play faster. I think my streams would be a lot more exciting if I play faster. And best way to ease into that was to reboot to a lower rank. I'm still going to play with the other accounts though. I think what I'm going to do is a day of the week system.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
In one stream. Unfortunately, Tygem's rank up system is it's kind of a steady. It's kind of, it takes a while to rank up. I have to fill up like this whole thing here with wins. Although I will get a double rank up in this case, but
The last overtime. 9, 8,
okay.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Tygem cues are insolent. My hope is to like play faster but still explain a lot. And then if I need more time to explain something and instead of playing a move, then I will just take time to explain. But then the advantage here is that even if I do waste all my time explaining, it won't actually affect my game results. At least not until I'm a higher rank, so. So I'm thinking of playing crosscut here.
8, 7.
I'm either going to cut this stone off or I'm going to cut this off. So I can't Hane there because if black plays here and forces me to play there, then he can cut with this tiger's mouth. So now black's alive and I don't mind, so I just need to make sure I'm safe now. I kind of feel like playing these out now, but then I might run out of liberties somehow here. So let's just make safety with my entire group. This is quite unnecessary because I have so many liberties that there's no way this group in here would ever have a chance of winning the liberty fight. But then the game's pretty much over anyway because this whole black area is dead, so I might as well just make it clean and make it more obvious for my opponent as well. Yes, I do need an overlay with something showing the current music, as well as showing the chat. I think would be good too, especially for when I export to YouTube. My bad with still not getting that done. Okay, so
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Once black extends here, I don't really need to keep playing because I win the liberty fight by so many. So, what do I do now? I'll do this. And then I'll cut and see how black responds. Oh, black's letting me in. Now what happens if I cut here, right now? If I don't, then black would connect everything up with this, and then I push. Yeah, it seems like I should just go after this. Okay, that was a good haul. And then I think I still have more senteis in this area because I have a forcing move around here against the life of this group, which means I can extend this far if I want.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So I could also use the diagonal and threaten a ko. Okay, hold on. That's a false eye. Oh, but he can get a real eye by forcing. Yes, he can get a real eye, I think.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
That is sentei. Oh, he's actually trying to turn this into a big liberty fight. But it seems like I have way too many liberties still.
The last overtime. 9,
So
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I just increase my liberties a little bit, I guess. First, take advantage of the situation. He plays there, but his liberties are at most like around 6, but probably less. So I can increase my liberties by extending to here. And it gives me an eye. And now I think I'll just play out the liberty fight so that I can just end this more quickly. I mean, this whole thing is safe, which means that cut doesn't really do much. But somehow I feel safer connecting here. There's no reason to take even the slightest or even the most imaginary risk here. So let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liberties. And then he has 5, so yeah.
The last overtime.
Maybe I have more. Let's just play this out. Make sure everything is perfectly safe. This is a good endgame. Because now later he has to put another stone here because of that throw-in.
The last overtime.
I'm just gonna keep taking his liberties off because then he'll end up resigning. Okay, so now what? Yeah, there's nothing to do now. Self-Atari.
The last overtime. 9, 8, 7, 6.
A16. Alright, next game. Earlier, I need to stream earlier by 4 hours or later by 5. Well, it's 9. I started at 9 p.m. my time. Yeah, and I think 9 p.m. or like even 8 p.m. something like this is probably pretty ideal. Okay, so this one space high approach. It's 3 a.m. your time. This high approach against the 4-4, it's not really a thing. You probably see this move in less than 1% of games. It's not really a good choice because it gives away too many points in the corner. It's quite different from like doing it against the 4-4 stone, the 3-4 stone. Because if black's approaching a 3-4 point, then we're going to be shifted up 1, and the territory that white gets will be a whole line less. So locally, I can make black pretty over-concentrated by attaching here. Black would probably Hane, and then I would draw back. But right now, I'd rather play faster, so I think I will approach here. So usually whenever there's a stone on the side around here, you want to approach the corner here before black can play here. And if black has a stone here, usually you want to play around here. Double wing is really strong when it's one long extension plus a small knight's move. If black plays a knight's move enclosure, it's actually a ko in the corner. So it's a lot better than playing a larger extension as the second wing. So this is a kind of old-fashioned pincer. The main choices here are to jump or to go in the 3-3. So I would jump, black would play here, I would slide, black would presumably take the 3-3, and I would slide here. Or I take the 3-3 and black blocks, I play here, black plays here as like a peep and making the wall bigger. I will do some sort of defense and then black will finish making the wall. He sure likes his fourth line moves. Let's jump. Since he's emphasizing the fourth line so much, I might as well break up his influence. I'm not really a fan of this Joseki though. Yeah, consistent. So it's better to be too much fourth line than to be too much third line. If you're just flat everywhere, you're just playing third line everywhere and you're not making any kind of variation, then your strategy is probably not going to work very well, especially in the higher levels. I've definitely learned this the hard way. But there's no such thing really as too much fourth line actually. But as a strategy, the fourth line stuff can be a little bit tough to play sometimes. This is kind of unnecessary. This is already going to be a really good result for white now. I was already unhappy with having to play so low with these two second line slides, but I chose it for a whole board purpose. Yeah. Okay. So since I'm not alive still, I will have to keep playing. Of course, maybe I have another option now. Can I attach here and cut? Probably not, but it's worth checking. So attach, Hane, cut. If he just extends, then I Atari and connect. This would work well for me actually, because if he Ataris to get out, then his other group's gonna get swallowed. Now when I cut, if he just goes up straight, that's a bigger problem. So I think I'm just gonna play here. I'm pretty low here, but then I also have this stone. And then his stone is out of place a little bit here, so that means when your opponent is a little bit inefficient or out of place, you can allow yourself to be as well and not feel as bad. So he's playing another fourth line move, but this time I'm tempted to change things up. Maybe a pincer. Let's try this. Now that the bottom side is kind of crowded and low value, I don't really want him to develop here because then I'll be wanting to approach here. Yay, thanks Hanayo. I don't know if I said that right. Hanayo. Okay, so he is dividing up my groups, stopping this connection under. To be honest, I kind of feel like following him down here. Okay, so the choices are extend around here, block the corner, or extend around here. If I extend around here, then I don't like how he has Miai of like, he can pincer and he can also jump in the 3-3 point. But if I follow him here, then since he invested this stone, then this stone here is starting to become easier to sacrifice because he already invested a stone on the second line. Let's just try this. My instinct somehow is telling me to play here even though it's a bit unusual. I'm thinking at this point I can actually try to sacrifice this stone and focus on what I'm getting up here. Yeah, I think playing around here directly was fine, and it probably was the most normal. That's why I was hesitating, but I'm pretty okay with what's happening right now. Although maybe now I might think about playing along this side somewhere. Black's definitely trying to go back to his center strategy, but he's giving me a lot of territory in the process. I'm quite tempted to just keep going here, because it's hard for him to defend this left side. And then I'll have this 3-3 invasion as well, which I'll do at the perfect time once he has stones in certain places around here. They would make this 3-3 invasion turn him into an inefficient position. So I'll wait for that perfect timing. I don't really have that great of a move around here anyways though, because of, especially with this second line stone here, undercutting any base I try to make. So even if I was going to play around here, I would probably play really lightly or go all the way to here. So I think I'm going to just follow. And I'll let his next move tell me how I need to play. But he has a lot of points to make up for now. He has like 3 times 7. So he has like 21 or more points here to make up for. And then all he did was extend really close. That seems like white got the better deal here. And then there's still a bit of agi left with this stone, but I'm not going to do anything with it now. Now I'm just going to play in this quadrant of the board. So I can come inside and purposely let myself get attacked in order to cut this down. I could play something like a light reduction from the center and then aim to maybe go into 3-3 after. Or I could just approach from this side, which might have the negative side effect of helping him build this up. I'm thinking of playing something from the center, maybe even here. It seems to work well with my stone there in an annoying way. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. He's building off a low stone. Shouldn't that be easy for you? Yeah, it is easy for me because he gave up so much territory at the top. So I just need to I mean, I don't even have to reduce, but I think it's appropriate and not a bad idea. Because it could get out of hand if I leave it for too long. It's either here or here. I'm just kind of reading out which one would be better. I kind of like this one better because it's more likely to induce a longer sequence, which will mean I'll get stronger. If I just end up with 1 or 2 stones in the area, then after I do something like invading here, he'll be able to attack it really easily. But here, since I came so close to him, it's more likely that the continuation that'll happen right now is going to be more than 2 or 3 moves. And what that means is I'll get more stones, which means I'll be stronger, which means when I switch to something over here on this bottom, it'll be harder for him to attack whatever I have there. Yeah, I think Cap was definitely another good choice. But he has this connection under here anyway, so I didn't really place much value on connecting that stone back. Connecting to that stone. I could jump here, that might have been lighter, but if I'm more solid, then I'm more likely to have powerful follow-ups like turning or blocking here. Ooh, that's not a good shape. Because now these cuts can maybe do something eventually. At the very least, I think this turn now is yeah, because I have a peep here. This turn seems to be Sente now. But then do I even want to bother doing that? Because he might defend indirectly, like maybe here, and that might affect my 3-3 invasion. I think first I'm just going to invade here. Yes, coordinates. I always forget that. I think it's so stupid that they don't start you off with the coordinates. Okay, so my stone here is much weaker, so my group here, so I definitely need to be careful with that. Okay. Well, now I can kind of revive this group if I want to, but I don't know how useful that is. Maybe it is pretty useful. No, it's kind of hard to do it and also perfectly connect it to myself. I'll peep here though and see what happens. Okay. I'm thinking of just being chill about it and just playing here. I can't fully connect this back anyways unless I want to take some risks. I'm just going to think of this as a slight reduction and making my group a little bit stronger. I mean, I was going to think of it like that, but then he played this. I'm so tempted to play here, but then I'm a little bit worried about my group around here. Be greedy always. Be greedy always. Somebody wants me to die. So many people want me to die. Such good fans. I guess I'll just separate them. Does this make sense? I'm not very motivated to... Yeah, I guess I'll separate. Yeah, keep yourself alive first, and then take advantage of your opponent's weaknesses after making yourself stronger. Okay, so I think with this move, black might be looking at this peep. So I need to be a little careful about that. I think just playing here as an indirect defense works okay. Alright, black is coming with all this, trying to live inside. So, let's see what happens. So if I block here, black can push, but then his cut is riskier for him actually. If I just connect, he's probably gonna peep again. And then he would probably live inside, but then these groups, these stones might die when I play around here. If I play this block, it's very risky, so I have to make absolutely sure that I know what I'm doing. So it's very important to read it all out. Honestly though, it seems pretty safe to me. Okay, so I block here, black pushes, Well, I could even just switch to this and then let him connect and connect under. There's that. Okay, so I block, black pushes, I block here. Black connects here. Or he cuts first and then connects. Alright, this is more fun, right? Let's do this. But this is going to be more entertaining anyways for you guys, so. If I mess up, then you guys get to see me mess up, and that's always fun, right? Okay, so these two connection points are kind of Miai, so it means it might be less important actually. It seems like turning here or jumping into the corner here are the more important things to think about. Most likely turning to keep the liberties okay. But what we have to worry about is cut and then hane and then having to fix here after. So here, cut, hane, and if I hane here, he cuts and we would win by 1 liberty. But then he has this and this, which kills my whole group. I could hane here. And then if he cuts there, I have to connect and then he goes down and I die. Maybe this connection is kind of important. Because if he goes there, we kill here. If he goes there, we kill here. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, but then if we go here, he's gonna cut this, but then we can break through. Seems okay. Okay, this actually may allow him to live, but yeah. See, now you guys know why I choose the safe route usually, because stuff like this happens. By the way, this guy's playing pretty good for a 2Q, isn't he? I mean, I've played Tygem like higher than Tygem people much worse than this. Is this like what is this? Sandbag the sandbagger? This isn't looking too cool. Reverse sandbagging. Reverse sandbagging. No, reverse sandbagging is when you put your rank higher than it should be, right? The early game was weird, but it's not weird enough that it's putting him at some, like, astronomical disadvantage. Well, if sandbagging is putting your rank lower so you can win. I think reverse sandbagging must be putting your rank higher so that you don't win. Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I feel like there's something with this clamp that could be useful. But I guess I have to connect here. And sadly, he's alive now. Hi, Clausius. Okay, so now I just have to kind of probably focus on these top groups first, and this top group, and then because I have to like spend a lot of moves here to make to stop his connection here. So this shape though, I don't know if this is the best shape for me to be making, but does the job. I guess I can fix it right now if I really want to, and I think that might make sense actually, because I just need to win. I don't need to do anything more than just winning. Bit of a crude exchange, but then now I can focus on this group again, and then use that to kind of solidify my almost kill here. I guess doing it, well actually he has a peep there, push cut. I think I should just be solid around here. Kind of feels weak sauce though.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Whatever. I'll do this to threaten his center, and then I will fix this situation directly. Yeah, I think this should be enough to win, so it's okay. Seriously though, this 2Q guy is like not, it doesn't seem like a 2Q. It seems like a Tygem like 4-dan or something. Okay, my shape looks so bad here. I just want to make sure that there's nothing. I don't think there's anything. It's pretty obvious actually, but it's just such a U shape.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This move is crap, but I didn't really feel like losing a Byoyomi. Hopefully he'll just like respond around here. But I just want to play around here to gain some safety, and obviously this move doesn't really gain safety for me, but I was hoping he would just respond to it. So I'll play around this side now, I guess. Hmm.
9, 8, 7.
I mean, I'm just gonna play like fairly timid looking safety moves because I think the game is pretty comfortable now. Okay, this is probably worth responding to.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Or not. Maybe I just let him cut those off. How much do I actually care about that? Or maybe I am making a mistake right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I kind of did make a mistake there just now. Oh well. But it's all good. It's all good. I don't think I can deal with this cut. So, yeah. That was my bad, actually. I should have just dignified his move with a response. But then he's kind of going after like a unimportant part right now. So that's good. I just wanted to isolate these stones, you know, and turn this into a potential moyo. That seemed more important to me than connecting these. And then here, if I block and black plays there, this turns into a basic life and death problem. Well, maybe it's around 1 down or so, but basically black can kill white. So I think I'll
9, 8, 7,
push here.
5, 4, 3.
What? Cut here? Hane here? Don't think you can do that. I'm not even gonna read it because I'm pretty sure it's obvious that you can't do this. What? What? Say what? I don't know, man. Seems pretty dead, man. If he attaches here, I can even wedge here. Which I think, just for simplicity, I will do. Okay, well, good game. Alright, on to the next one. I'm gonna try to tighten up my play with the next one. Yeah, that last part. But it almost feels like that last part with the snapback was just like him at the last minute. He's trying to like change our minds and think he's too cute after all because he lost. He wants to cover it up.
The game has started.
All right, I'm gonna tighten up my play this time. Or maybe I'm jinxing myself. I think I'm just putting flags all over myself, but let's see. So yeah, this corner enclosure has a slight wall type effect of helping you encircle territory on the top, so it's natural to pincer. And then when white jumps here, also this white group's not alive yet, so it's natural to keep up the pressure and play on the 4th line here. This push is not good. Don't do this. Okay, so now I have 2 choices, which is to reinforce this group or reinforce this group. But then this group's a lot harder to attack. And then if white tries to attack this, it also starts to attack white's like himself. So I should focus on this group, I think. So I'm going to play one of these extensions. I'm sticking death flags on myself by saying that I'm going to play, tighten up my play. This far pincer is actually pretty common these days with like this type of situation, particularly against the low approach. You don't really see this against the high approach. Alright, so let's see. I prefer this one. That's not really close enough to scare me too much. I mean, I think he can live inside if he does go inside, but I still don't really care about it. Maybe turning here is a good way to fix indirectly. Although it doesn't actually fix the problem. Well, it somewhat does, but no, I don't think it fixes the problem. But then if he lives inside, do I really care right now? Not really. I think playing in this area somewhere, approaching here or approaching here would be good. I mean, you might, like, I might want to fix this group, but then he'll play something like this, which is quite big. Well, I'm just kind of keeping to myself. I don't really want to do that. And then if he comes in here and makes me run, he might end up also running with this group, which would help me solidify this. So I'm not going to play on the top. So it's either this approach or something in the middle, I think. And I'm going to go with this approach. Oh, okay. So, rule of thumb. Regarding this kick play. When white kicks here and black stands up like this with the iron pillar, white has to reinforce and black will extend. But in this case, because there's space here, black gets to extend the ideal number of spaces, which is when you have two stones, you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces over. So it's a 3-space extension is what we call it because there's 3 spaces between. And this is inefficient for white. It's actually worse for white because even after white reinforces, there's still ag in the corner because this invasion here threatens to connect under because this stone here lacks liberties, has only 3 liberties. So basically the corner is not completely white's, even after I move here and especially here. So the only time you should play this kick play, this move here, is when you're over concentrating black or when you're attacking black. So it means, let's say white has already a stone here or here. You could kick here, and when black plays here, you can pincer here because you already have that reinforcement around here. That would be one situation. Another situation would be black already has a stone around here or here or here. So then when you kick and he extends here, he's already over concentrated in terms of his efficiency. So it justifies your move. But here, since black has all the space to extend to the ideal distance, and since white needs to reinforce here or here first before doing anything, it's not good for white. Granted, white can still play a checking extension here, not there, here, to threaten this invasion here, giving this invasion stone 2 different sides to possibly connect back to. This, on the other hand, is a bit of a strange move because usually there's still going to be a ko in this corner. The ko would be that white blocks one of the sides, black extends, and white plays here, for example. And then black has to hane, and when white hanes back, black makes a hanging connection here because... So if black goes here, white goes here, black here, white here, black here, white blocks here, and black connects, white would just hane here to kill the whole corner. So black has to make a hanging connection instead of connecting here. And then when white ataris, black makes it into a ko by playing this counter atari on the first line. And so the way to finish off this corner is to play here usually, to make one of the sides less spacious for black so that you can kill black by blocking the more spacious side. But here, like, this is 3 stones and still not really having the corner properly, so it's not very efficient. So playing here could be big because it helps with trying to invade here. For example, if black plays here and white goes down, and then black plays here and then white blocks, black plays here and white blocks, eventually black's gonna have a cut to play here, and having a stone around here would help that a lot. Whereas if you don't have any stones around here, it's probably too early to try to invade this. So I could play here, or I can help the top, which might actually be smarter. But since white's move here is so inefficient, I'm almost tempted to even just fix my own area here. It's kind of a lull at this point because the game's moving slowly. But I think around here is actually pretty big though. I could jump, which kind of invites white in, but then I need to have a plan for how I'm going to profit from the attacking. Plus, white could place a stone here, which gives white either the extension to here or the attachment at 3-3. So I think it's better for me to play more solidly. I'm tempted to play low because if you play here, you have a weakness around there. But yeah, I think I'll just play here. Okay. So I need to protect the corner territory, which is the highest priority. So it seems like there's nothing wrong with playing here. I mean, it's not like I expected to kill a white invasion, so. So now I have to fix this problem. Well, one way would be to just block this, but then white has this Hane, and then this Atari, and then can basically break out. I don't really want this to turn into a mess because I was never really planning on killing a white invasion in the first place, because obviously I can't claim all the territory with just this one move. So instead I'm gonna make this thing more solid, and when white comes out, I'll use that chase to make territory around here. So I think I like this move because it's faster and kind of more efficient than connecting in this way. And it actually does deal with that Hane there. So I'm going to do it this way. And then I'm going to just try to focus on two things, which is make sure that this black group here doesn't end up weak and being the one under attack, because that would be a complete flip of the current situation, which would be a horrible development for me. And my second priority is going to be making territory here as kind of a punishment, for lack of a better word, for white's invasion here. So the question is, do I play here already, or do I play something from this side? I think I'll play one of these two moves. And I'm gonna have a nice move here naturally after. Yeah, let's play the tighter one and stay strong. It gives white less forcing moves from the center anyways. If I play here, then white has moves like this to force out my territory. Normally people would be playing a hanging connection there because it offers more eye shape and the potential for a ko. But here white's doing that even though it doesn't really get him 2 eyes. That's interesting. Now I'm not really sure if I want to try to seal white off from the center. Although it's very tempting, and this move seems to do the job. Or if I want to play to take away the base at the top. So sometimes when you don't know which one you want to do against the weak group, you can just leave it anyways and just play the move you were planning to do at the end. Which would be here in this case. Because then if they invade you here, that fight will have an effect on this fight, and then white might end up with a big casualty on one side or the other. So sometimes it's good to let white actually show you what you should do instead of deciding too early yourself when you're not sure. But then this is very tempting because sealing him in completely like this. But then chasing him is also very juicy. Very juicy. Okay, I'm gonna do what I just explained because I really don't know which one of those I prefer. Because I think white might be alive, actually, after that, so... Ah, he's doing exactly what I was talking about. This is a perfect chance for me to help you guys navigate this type of situation. So first of all, because white's 2 stones are pincering this stone, it means white has a connection under. And because we're trying to keep these, actually both of these white groups, we're trying to keep them like weaker, so we don't really want them to be able to connect to each other. So that means we should play a diagonal. So if you play a diagonal, you can stop the connection under, because for example, if you play here, then when they attach here, you can block this side. If they cut, you Atari, and if they cut again, you don't have to take this, you can actually connect in the center. But I think I'd rather, I'd rather focus on this side. Then white's gonna come out, but then white's gonna end up with 2 weak groups, which is this group and top. And I'm gonna make use of those 2 weak groups to make them put each other in danger. This is a bit of a strange shape because it's not really getting out very fast. Furthermore, I have this invasion now. So that's interesting. Not really sure what white's up to with that. But I think I should take white's base away. If I push here, and then... either Hane or go down. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna push. It's a bit of a crude looking push, but I'm gonna push here just to make sure he can't make local life. I want him to run so that he puts his other group in danger as well. Now we have to make sure they don't connect up to each other. And also that exchange at the top slightly increased the safety of this group, so this group should be able to hold its own if it comes under attack. So now I just need to figure out what my combo is going to be. It doesn't seem like my knight's move weaknesses are going to really be relevant. But I could choose to be more solid with this Kosumi. I think the Kosumi seems a little bit better. I wonder if I should peep here. But then he can do some counter attacks to not connect directly. Alright, well, I think keeping a more solid shape and avoiding creating like extra weaknesses in your own shape is a better attacking strategy. I mean, the whole point of attacking is usually not to kill a group, but it's to profit. In this case, I am gonna try some pretty aggressive things since white, with this like with this invasion here, white's trying very, very hard to make sure I get nothing from this. So I do have to play a little bit aggressively now. And sorry again for the board coordinates. I turned them on now. So I purposely left this unplayed because I can just let white tell me what I need to do. So white's going here, that means I'm going here. But I didn't want to go there until white makes me go there because that makes white's corner more solid. But now white has shown me the way. White didn't really gain anything in terms of the fight. White only gained some corner security. Even then, there is some corner agi still, but now this just makes my continuations really natural. Now you can see that I have Miai between capping white here and capping white here. So I do need to like think a little bit about this situation here, so I'm thinking about playing this knight's move. Because if I don't play this knight's move, then white might play this knight's move and begin attacking this. So I think I should do this. So now I can think about attacking this group. You see the back and forth, right? I keep switching between attacking this group and attacking this group and then this group and then back to this group. It's important to keep switching and keep like checking all over again, you know, what's the most important thing to do and how can you make the situation easier for yourself. So I'm kind of getting white to help me with make my decisions. That's the idea anyways. I think capping here is pretty like deadly. Or I could push here once and play even farther along. I have a feeling this white group here might die. But I'm not really like trying hard to do that. I'm just trying to go with the flow. I think though this cap is pretty natural here. I don't really need to worry about the cutting point in my knight's move because of like how safe I am overall. That is Sente. It does weaken his corner though. I feel pretty confident that I can do something in the corner later. I do want to think about this weakness, but then it's not really a big problem at the moment. If he pushes and I block and then he cuts, I have this Atari and then this lethal cut here. Among other things. But if I push from this side, then he gets to come out, so I think it's gonna make more sense if I move here. Yeah, that's pretty annoying actually. I was thinking just now maybe I should exchange this one. Because if white ignores that, then I'm connecting up my whole territory. And if I connect my whole territory here, then white's invasion doesn't have any meaning anymore in the first place. So maybe I should have exchanged that. But then you could say that maybe white should have exchanged this earlier too. The question is this Sente? It probably is because at the very least white can make use of this to get eyes on the edge. It's kind of a shame. I kind of wanted to like actually threaten this group, but now white's gonna get a second eye, I think. But then this group is still unsafe, so yeah, it seems pretty fine. Well, anyway, I will block. I think instead of jumping here, I should have exchanged that so that at least there could be a continued attack at all. But then the situation is still quite good for black, so nothing to worry about. Because white has a problem in this corner, still a potential ko in this corner. This group is not even completely alive, and it's not really getting that much territory anyways. And then this group's not completely alive either. And then in terms of territory, I don't really seem to be losing out. And I pretty much have control over all the situations on this board since I don't really have any weaknesses. Not any big weaknesses anyways. I don't really have any large scale weaknesses. Maybe this invasion is a large scale weakness, but if I need to, I could just let white live under me and get stronger toward the center. So it's not really a big deal. Yeah, white doesn't have any, like, white can't really increase their territory anymore. That's one of the main problems. So now with that, white is just about to be alive, I think.
Overtime countdown has begun.
But then if I go here, might as well, right? I don't think white's completely alive just yet. Okay, so if I play here, this is Sente against that eye on the edge. And then it's kind of reverse Sente because white could threaten here to make an eye or to connect.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So this group still does actually have a chance to die. Yeah, I have a Mii kill between taking away this eye or like playing something like this, but then I don't really want to even take any risks, so I'll probably like think carefully about that, and plus he can come out this way to make things a little bit more complicated. I do need to keep double checking this area, make sure I'm not really in any real danger.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's kind of crude, but I'll do it, I guess. It's probably not a good move for me, but then I don't want to have to play here and make his corner solid. So I'm trying to keep this corner agi because, like, if this works, the whole corner might die. So now I have this peep. My shape looks pretty horrible, to be honest. Nothing that's really gonna like risk the game, but it's pretty nasty shape. And then there's this cut, and there's this. There's this cut. I think I owe a move, so I'm gonna do something about this. Maybe it's time for me to start attacking this other group now. I think that is a perfect perfect time to change activities.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Okay.
2.
So I feel slightly weird about my shape in the corner, so but he responded, so that's good. Okay. Now, maybe I'll get him to fix my shape for me by making him extend down. I guess he's about to make an eye.
4, 3, 2.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I don't even really care if neither of these groups die. I just want to come out of it with Sente, with some solidity and an overall board advantage. He has to be very careful right now because that top group is like just about to die, it looks like. Can I kill him now? I'm actually gonna try to kill this now if it's possible, because okay, he has this move which actually threatens this, but then it doesn't work. Well, we'll see. I'm actually starting to think I can kill this now, though. So if I go here, it's dead, but then he pushes and pushes again. This group here is irrelevant because I can let this whole thing die here, because if the top dies, then I don't really care what happens with this group here. So...
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Seems dead. Seems dead. Oh, I can even block this if I want. Maybe it's better. Oh, I see. He can cut this in Sente.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There is some complication to this, I guess, but I think it's going to be okay. Because he has this cut here, which finishes in Sente. But then... Yeah, and then he's gonna threaten this group here, so I need to make this group safer. Yeah, I think this is gonna be okay. He should probably cut right here. Or that. Alright, next game.
The game has started.
I guess I'll change up my openings. This time I'll try for... fine, I'll do this one. Who's Go Buddha? Seems pretty strong. Oh, 9D, that's quite strong. Hello, Miss 90. Here, classic variation. So there's kind of two typical ways to go about this. There's this classic variation where black plays here, white plays here, black plays either here or coming in here and all that stuff. Or I can approach here and then play here and then play this one. It builds a moyo here. But that's not really my style too much. I think it would be more educational anyways for people to learn this because there's a lot of variations here and it's quite practical. Ah, white played the simple version. Okay, well. This one seems a bit, it seems to be a little bit less popular than this more complicated version where black can invade. But this one is playable, I think, and black either plays here for pressure or plays here. Black can play the large knights move here because if white takes a 3-3 point, there's some chance that the outside white's going to get damaged by the 3-3 invasion. And so since black doesn't expect the 3-3 invasion, that's why instead of playing here, black can go all the way to here. Whereas if black plays here, then the classic variation, white plays here and black covers again and white extends. So let's do this one. If white responds on this side, then I think the variation will be slightly favorable for black. Well, usually when your opponent has a stone around here, you should be approaching the 4-4 corner from here. So I do want to play around here, but I think I will go for the approach. I'll give you guys the link to what I'm listening to in case you're curious. It's this whole big playlist that seems to be like free to use. So when white plays here, I'm kind of tempted to resist, but of course I have to think it through. Fight! Fighting! I don't really feel like letting white press me down so low, so... Okay, so white chose this one because it leads to this pressing move. Now I have to think about this side. If I just push here, then if I get to cut, it might be good for me, but then instead white might just extend, and I might be helping white too much. So... I'm not really too sure how to handle this, to be honest. A little bit tricky. I could just jump and then save the decision for later. I feel like if I Hane here, it's helping his left side too much. I do think that pushing here is going to be too good for white. So let's just... But then he's gonna press me here. And that doesn't feel too good. So maybe I can actually continue on this side instead. Well, I'm gonna jump anyways, because I don't want to spend any more time on this. Oh, he defended anyway. Well, now my stone is better here than at the Hane at F14. Okay, so now I have time to play on this side somewhere. And playing on the fourth line would give me a better attacking stance against this group. And it would prevent white from being able to press me so satisfyingly along here. So maybe I should play this one. But then white would jump, and I might have to keep playing with this group, and then white could invade. So maybe I should play low after all. Or maybe I should turn here. If I turn here, the peep doesn't really do anything because I can always push here. I kind of like that. I don't really want to be attacked on this side. Oh, white's not pressing and just jumping. That doesn't seem very good because now I can play up here. Interesting. I think pressing was better for white. Also, this push doesn't do anything. You don't really need to push here. You can just push there directly if you need to push there. And now this is a really big territory. Okay. So that was pretty good for me. Look how big my lower right is. And then my group in the center is actually pretty safe. It's not like extremely safe, but it's pretty okay for now, I think. Although I don't really mind even if I reinforce it now because I got so much in the lower right. So what should I do? Whatever I do, I need to make sure it doesn't look weird with my other stones. So let's see. If I play here, it's just helping him, not really helping me that much. So... But since I'm pretty happy with the overall situation, I think I'll just jump like this. That's pretty slow. Okay, then I'm just going to play somewhere else now. So I think I should actually disconnect these two groups from each other because this group here is not, you know, 100% alive, and especially this one here. So seems like I can play like that. It's even better timed now that I have this extra reinforcement out in the center here. And cut. Thanks for sharing the music to him, Repost. Repost or Brepost? Or riposte. Hi, Real Thug. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to the slaughter for now until I rank up a bit and then I'll get slaughtered. So this move kind of makes sense because he's moving out quickly with this important bigger group. And I will follow. So this isn't exactly Sente. I know he's trying to make life in an active way. So since I don't really know, do I want to respond here or do I want to play something more powerful on this side? Maybe I should switch to this side first and get that to show me. So I'm going to peep here. Because it's not clear, right? Like, do you want to block here, or do you want to close the center off like this, or do you want to attack white space with something like this? If it's not clear what you want to do based on the whole board, then maybe it's better to switch what your switch activities first, and the situation here will develop, and that will actually make it more obvious and shed light on what we should do on that side. So that's a very painful, nice exchange for black to do against white, and then now I need to just attack from the center. Now I'm just checking my own groups, making sure I don't have some blaring weakness. I kind of want to exchange this one just to make sure that he actually cares about these two stones. Yeah. I'm just gonna make sure that later when he peeps and I connect and then he pushes through, I'm gonna make sure that this one would be Sente, because later he might sacrifice these in order to cut these off, and that would be bad for me. Thanks for coming, Miss Song. See you later then. So yeah, now that I made sure that I could get this one in Sente, I know that this peep is not going to have any bad effect on my stones out here. So I think my overall connection and everything out here is fine. But I still need to like choose my strategy carefully now to make sure that this group over here doesn't end up the one under attack. So it's really tempting to cover this. It really is. There's also this attachment or blocking. I mean, territorially, I really want to block here. But I just don't want to feel like I missed out on something when he comes out and then my potential out here is gone. Yeah, I'm going to block the corner because when he comes out around here, I'll be able to push this stone out, and then after that I'll be able to surround the center from here. So he just played that. Okay, I think it would have been much better for him to focus on getting out. Now it looks like I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna block here and I'm gonna block the center. So I don't even mind if he lives now. I think the priority is just to block the center off. Okay, so I'm thinking of this one or this one. This one would be the vicious one, but he's almost alive already, so I think I might as well just strengthen the outside. I'm not even gonna rush to attack this, I think. I'll let him worry about it. Yeah, I'm just gonna fix this. Focus on the gains first. Focus on the gains. Now this peep looks kind of natural now, since I already have stones on this side. When you peep someone, it makes them weaker on the side where your peep stone is, but stronger on the other side. But then he doesn't have any way to take advantage of that over here, so... yeah, this peep seems just kind of automatic. And then... If I attack him from here, I risk turning this group, this black group, into a weak target. But then I can just change directions if I need to. Or do I come out here and he jumps and then I start making the top territory? Or maybe that's not the right shape. Maybe I should play something like this to kind of lock him in a little bit. Looks pretty good, I think. It's always hard to choose the perfect spot. Yeah, let's just go with this. I'm gonna go for a bit of a greedy top area and see how that goes. So, let's see. Lurail, is that how you say your name? I guess I could have just pulled it up here. Does it show my... It doesn't show my game stream, does it? Do I have like a... Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, I only have 2 games. Okay, so... Now I'm thinking of playing here and just making a really massive top. I don't think he'll be able to kill this group. But I could run out like around here. And... Yeah, I don't like that as much though. Yeah, I also have, I have this like 6-dan one that I need to rank up again. Oh, it's 7-dan as well. Oh, okay. Whoops. I thought this one was still 6-dan. Okay. So I have 2, yeah. And then the stream account, the one for the streams up to now, which there's been, I think, 7 streams, was just kind of all lowercase, I think, like this. Huh? Who's that? I guess not this one. What? Wait, then what was I playing on stream? I don't even know now. That's funny. Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Why does he have all lowercase, right? From Germany? Is that Germany? Yeah. Wait, then what's my stream account? Do you guys remember? Oh, maybe it's like BenKyo with a capital B and a 0? No, that's a random 18Q. Oh, Baduk, that's what I was playing. Yeah. Oh, Belgium. Okay. Huh? Oh, I did a capital U by accident. Baduk, like this. There we go, there's the stream account. I'm still gonna play on that account, don't get me wrong. I'm just taking a little bit of a break from that so I can just focus on explaining stuff. Okay, so I'm thinking of playing a nice move here to strengthen my group and get it out and also keep chasing him so I can build the top. But then I have to think about these cuts. So I'm thinking, like, do I want to make some kind of exchange We'll deal with it later, I guess. Okay, don't care about that. Maybe I do care about that because I want him to be under attack, but I'd rather just focus on the top territory now and also my safety. You know, there comes a time when you gotta know when to stop attacking.
Overtime countdown has begun.
So I think I'll focus on my connections. Obviously botting. Yes, I'm clearly a robot. I mean, just listen to me. I am so robotic.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
I
4.
think I can play that. I mean, I guess why not? It's kind of like not really a priority though. Maybe I didn't need to play there. You guys want to see me play Blitz? I can do it. I mean, I'm not good, but I can. I am capable of playing much faster. It's just kind of my style to play slowly and think a lot and, you know, play cautiously, but I'll play Blitz in front of you guys if you want.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's not a very good move. Alright, at least he responded. I'm gonna not respond because I don't want to lose Sente. I'm gonna just make my top territory now. And be happy. Be happy. Game over. Okay, so he plays here.
8, 7, 6.
Now I can just come in here. I do ponder my moves more than most players. Although for the record, I'm doing it extra for the sake of like, so you guys can benefit. I definitely don't have time to do this like when I'm playing against, you know, 7 dans or whatever. Like where I have to really focus and actually where time, like if I get into Byoyomi too quickly against them, it's, you know, it's really tough. It's like playing against myself, but then myself gets like way more time.
5,
My other self.
3.
My other self. I don't know how to talk. Well, 20-minute main time on Tygem is the kind of default, I think. So if neither of us change the setting, it just kind of happens that way. I think I'm way ahead, so I'm just gonna, I think I'm just gonna back off here. Yeah, let's just back off here. That's just creating like a big giant weakness. Well, now you had to do that in Gote. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Okay.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 2 overtimes left.
I3. Sorry, Lou Rail said, how are you counting the territory so fast that you're sure I3 wins you the game? But what do you mean I3? Oh, wait.
9,
Oh, yeah.
8,
Well, it's just visual, I think.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's attach. Looks more fun. I think visually it's pretty clear that black is ahead. This big is equal to this big, and then this big is much better than all of white's other territory.
Nine, 8, 7,
So
5, 4, 3, 2.
not too much left now. I think I'm thinking of improving the connection around here just so that I can really seal the deal on this game. Although maybe it's already good. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Sorry. Not letting you live in there. He's gonna clamp here, okay. I guess I can tolerate that. Yeah, fine. Maybe extending here was a little bit better for me. What? That was weird. Okay. He fix, I'm gonna fix 2. Just seal the deal. And so that's not Sente, so yeah, I'll just play this. This is about 29 points. This thing is around 44 points. Wait, that sounds like too little. Yeah, it's something like that, 44, 45.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
What's really loud? I dropped the mic. Did that cause like some really horrible thing to happen? Really loud? Tipped over, what?
8,
No, what's wrong?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's see if I can fix this. I mean, I didn't drop on the floor, it just kind of fell on its side. Okay, how is it? Can you guys give me feedback on that? Alright, cool, thanks. Sorry about those noises. Yeah. So did you guys want me to play a blitz or something after as my next game? Although I don't know where I would play though, because KGS is the only place that like really does blitz, right? B4. The thing about faster games, like blitz games, is that I completely give up on any sort of quality happening from them. So it's kind of a totally different mindset. So I'm not as horrible at it as like as my slow games would make that like you know, as one might predict.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm probably pretty normal at blitz, like quality goes way down obviously, but I'm probably pretty average at blitz. Hello, hi Cats Play Go, what's up? That's not very big, it's just like 1 point. So I'll go for this because it seems to finish in Sente. And then when he plays this bamboo, I'm going to ignore to probably take this one. Yeah. Checking out the competition. Yeah, that was pretty big. That was probably my next move. Here, I guess first, and then there. So I could save this stone for, well, it's gonna be about 3 points, I guess. But then when he turns here, I have to come back. Yeah, it's not that small. Because when I play here, it's worth something for me at least, as well. And I got a point here. He's going to play here now, I'm assuming. And I'm fine with this. Although I guess connecting up did make him kind of, yeah, actually I wasn't really thinking about, oh, but he has an eye here though, so it's okay. Yeah, keeping him disconnected didn't really have any value for me. Alright, that is Sente, so I'm going to respond to that one. That is Sente enough in this case. That seems to be not Sente at all. Just 1 point. Yeah, it's basically 1 point. Little bit of reverse Sente there, not much. K18 instead of why K18 instead of J18? Because with J18 he can cut here.
5, 4, 3, 2.
No, this is actually the proper way to prevent the monkey jump. It's usually better than actually blocking directly because you still have to play more stones inside anyway, so you're not actually saving territory by blocking here. And then sometimes they can do a first line combination that will take advantage of your direct block and affect multiple territories at the same time. But also if I had connected there, he could cut here right away and it's good endgame.
3.
If you guys didn't know, like usually in this type of situation when they're threatening the monkey jump, it's usually better to descend here. Yeah, 2Q might have been a little bit overdoing it. Maybe I should have started at like at least 1 dan or something. I just wanted to choose a rank that would like keep me away from the high ranks for long enough so that I could do this as kind of a series, but then just strong enough that their play is actually still very much go, if you know what I mean. Like they're actually still playing pretty decent. That's true, actually. I might stop getting opponents. But, you know, there's an easy solution to that. If I stop getting opponents, I'll just make a new account. But yeah, 2Q might have been a little bit starting too low.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it is true. Oh, maybe next game I'll play a fun opening. Like, sometimes on KGS I would play this box opening. Like, 6-4, I'm sorry, 6-6 and like 4 of those. Okay, so that's like maybe a 2-point move or so. I'm gonna force here. And then everything else is pretty small, so it's starting to get harder to choose.
9.
This one seems a little different from other 2-point moves because it at least helps me threaten a territory around here as well. If white extends here, I'm going to play here to make these into points. Hello. Okay, now the choice is, do I connect here for some good points and prevent double Atari, or do I Atari here? I think I'd rather just play here though. Because this is the variation where I get something and white doesn't. You know, that sounds like a good variation to me. Atari. And take some points. Now my 1.5 cente here, yeah. So now if I took here, it would be a 1.5 point cente. So that's good. I got some good points from this. Now I'm going to probably block here. Although this is like pretty decent as well. I think I'll play here first. Cool. Yeah, now this is a 2-point play. This is 1 point. This is 1 point, but it's a little better because white has a follow-up move after he plays there. So it's better than playing here for me. I'll Atari here. That's also 1 point. Oh, and that's also more than 1 point. This doesn't do anything. Oh, this actually loses him points. Because later I would have had to connect there due to the cut and my liberties. So this doesn't seem to work for him, especially since I can make 2 eyes. Help me, people. I'm dying. White's killing me.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Actually what I just did was a bit suboptimal, to be honest. I didn't really come out of this with a like a second eye, so there's definitely a better way for me to go about this, but like I could have probably just forced an eye out around here. So now it's a little bit annoying because maybe white's gonna make me play moves inside. That kind of sucks. But I didn't really think too long about that because like as long as I know I'm not gonna die, then there's no way for white to turn this game around. White has to play here to have any hope of anything. Yeah. So if I block there, but then white breaks this eye, later on, how annoying is it?
7, 6.
I'm just gonna let white like get the good endgame out of this because I definitely didn't play the right optimal sequence. So now that white doesn't have an eye, I don't have to worry about like an internal semi-eye. Oh, yeah, but it's true. I am kind of falling asleep from this. And then white kind of endgamed me. I let white endgame me. I think the music is kind of putting me to sleep. I do need more caffeine. I didn't drink any coffee today at all. Oh yeah, I just remembered I brought a Coke to have by my side, but then I totally forgot about it, and it's already like midnight here almost.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Remember, kids, don't do cocaine. If I open that link you sent, it's going to everyone's ears are going to get destroyed because of my volume setting. So I'll check it out next time, or like after the stream, and then use it next time. Oh yeah, I forgot I wanted to play here. This is pretty important. I mean, it's
9,
anyway, it's pretty big.
7, 6.
Now this is a 1-point sente for white. Okay, so is there anything left worth any points? Co. Yeah, not really. Yeah, I know. That's why I wasn't responding quickly. Wildburn said someone's blowing up my phone. Yeah, that's why I didn't respond quickly to the last few moves, because I keep getting texts. Stop texting me! Stop texting me! What is this? What are you trying to do? Now he probably thinks there's a semi-eye inside my territory. Now he's gonna like keep filling those dames. I'm just gonna like help him fill them up faster and see what he's gonna do. So I can actually ignore one of these, But I'm just gonna speed up the game by making it more obvious, because... yeah. So many texts. Stop texting me. Alright, I'm turning off the buzzing and everything. Hopefully that stops it. Okay. Oh, did I miss a counting request? I just saw it on the stream. I'll do a counting request. I was busy freaking responding to like unlimited texts. What the heck? Maybe he thinks I was playing chicken with him with that counting request thing. Like he thinks I was BMing. Okay. Only 37.5? That's surprising. Whoops. Oh my god, whoops. I misclicked and I said I learned a lot instead of thank you. Now that is like hardcore BM right there. So one classic variation would be to play here and like this. Black gets a big corner with just a little bit of like funny things white can do to it, but not much. And then white gets to develop in two places. But black gets sente. And then, like I've said many times, I learned how not to play. So I did learn a lot, yeah. Usually when like your opponent has a 4-4 point and then a stone in this vicinity, then this move here is big for both players. So black would probably play here next, and we'd get something like this happening. Especially with the top being a 3-3 up here, which is not really interesting to play around, so this would be a high priority move. Another way for black to play is like this. The idea here is if white 3-3s, which is like the weakness of going this far, then white risks hurting the outside group and at the very least making it subject to harsher attacks. So white's less likely to 3-3 because these stones are so close. Because white has to play moves to live that will hurt these stones. And that's why black can extend to here instead of just here. And then as a follow-up, white has this one, which is actually quite big. Even though it's on the second line, it's quite big because, you know, if black plays here, it's not only a big corner, but it's also putting pressure on this group. So I would expect, like if it's me, I might play this move right away as white, and then black would probably play something like this or the other one. One nice thing though for this about black, like about this for black, is that if white takes this one, we actually have this agi here, especially if we've blocked already. So it's kind of like if white does play here, then white has to add a move there. So it's a bit slow. White also has this option, but then of course you can just capture, so there's that. And the variation I was hoping that we were gonna get into was this one. So then, man, Tygem doesn't even let me put like A, B, or those kind of annotations. What the heck? Okay, so if black plays here Then if white plays here, it's a little bit, it's playable, I think, but it's kind of over-concentrated for white when black kicks here. So this is what black should do next, probably, and most players don't really like playing white, but you could. And if white slides, which is kind of more normal, it's actually bad for black to play here because white actually has a superior result here, especially if you compare to the shape a second ago where white goes here and black plays this. You can see that white's obviously better this way. This is like considered objectively better for white. So actually when white slides, black plays inside. And then naturally white jumps. You can't try to capture that stone with something like this. It's not going to work. Things like this will happen and it's not good for white. So white has to take their time by first coming out. And then if black responds with something like this, then you can capture this. This is also bad for black because normally when black's getting captured here, black gets the upside of being able to force with a move around here or here to make white spend more moves killing this. But since white already got this slide, if white gets this too and captures this, this is, again, it's too good for white. Even though black has some agi to work with like this, there isn't really too much that comes of it. Like maybe black can get this kind of situation, but white's not gonna die or anything like that. White can just play out this liberty fight or even squeeze like this. Well, I mean, this is pretty nice for black, but it's also Gote and it's more of a middle game thing. Plus, white could also try to prevent that by playing something else, like here, maybe? Okay, so anyway, black actually has to come out here. And then white can't really start coming out with this yet because then white has two weak groups to worry about. And then, like, if white, let's say, plays like this to save this group, but then now black can play here or even at an earlier point and attack this group, and this group's getting nothing. Both of white's groups are getting nothing, so it's going to be two weak white groups on either side of one weak black group that's kind of attacking. So before you worry about this one white stone here, you have to make this group alive. And the nice thing about this is that if black finishes off this stone, you can attack these black and it evens out. Usually this is preferred for white, actually. So normally black will respond and then white will come out. And then we get an even kind of result. So white could play like this, or white could play like this. If black plays Hane here, then we counter Hane. And if black just extends, we play this shape. It's light. You don't really need to worry about this one stone. And you can always, for example, make a ko and just not really care. You think 4/4s are complicated? Oh, you mean losing the 3/3? Yeah, Cats Play Go is like, this is why I don't play 4/4s. Well, maybe 3/4s seem easier to you because everyone is high approaching. But I think low approach against the 3/4, which usually makes you want a pincer, gets pretty complicated. Yeah. These things are like, these are pretty easy. You can just memorize these though, so it's, you know. Or honestly, if you're strong enough, you just play through it, right? You just do what seems natural, so. So yeah, black needs to play here and white needs to play here. Both of these are required. Then black should play here and white comes out. So if black Hane's here, then it either goes simply like this or black might Atari. If black Ataris, you have to make sure you don't go here because that is just going to be kind of sad for white. Because white's not even like, white's barely alive and black is getting so much on the outside. So white actually counter Ataris like that. And then Atari again. And black shouldn't be trying to fight a Ko at this stage of the game. So usually black connects and then white plays here. Even though black gets a slight increase in his territory, white also gets a proportionate increase in his safety and overall shape toward the center. So I don't know if that variation is even very popular for black. So that's that. Let's look at the game. This, I don't actually 100% remember if like I'm supposed to like only resist like this in a special case or if I can always do it. Do you guys know? Do you guys know if this is reasonable of me? Because I think for white, the more reasonable way to play should have been like maybe here, and then I connect here. I also couldn't remember that, like, maybe because it solidifies me, maybe this is actually okay for black. But it doesn't feel okay, so I didn't really want white to do that. Yeah, it might be too early to force around here. Because I don't think black's gonna play there. So, like, yeah, pre-play. Black's, how do I do this? Yeah, black's not really gonna play here, I think, because it's pretty over-concentrated and just doesn't seem very good. So if black's not gonna play there, then maybe white doesn't need to play there either. Clamp requires a ladder. That's interesting. Wait, I actually don't see where the ladder is coming from. What ladder? The clamp requires a ladder. If you cut. But then where's the ladder? Oh, this ladder. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I totally missed that one. But I wasn't even expecting white to cut there anyways. Yeah, because of this.
You have a game request.
I find it a little silly that they take you out of what you were doing completely. Just to get a request. Like, what am I supposed to do now? I have to... Oh, okay, it brought me back. That's good, at least. I thought it was going to be fresh again. Alright, well, let's go forward. I didn't really expect white to... Like, I thought white would play here. First, at least. And here as well, I thought white would press me down. Okay, rule of thumb, people, whoever doesn't know, do not push like this. Do not push like this just to make your other push sente, okay? It's already sente. If you push up here on the 5th line, black's gonna play here. You don't need this extra push to play with the liberties of this stone in order to make this move sente. It's already sente. But this push just makes black's shape more solid inside and takes away possibilities you may have had. For example, maybe later, like you push here, whatever, but then maybe later you might want a Tsuji here. The situation changes, right? And then maybe you're doing it to, you know, make shape in sente. Something like that. Who knows what you need later, so you shouldn't play unnecessary things. But pushing along the 4th line is also usually not good, so. I mean, this would be okay. This pushing would be okay if white is going to jump into the 3-3, but that's only if this stone wasn't here. The goal there would be that you're pushing black along here, so that when you go in the 3-3, if he tries to block here, these stones would make his situation over-concentrated. That would be good. But then since black has a stone here, these are just really good exchanges for black. And then this doesn't really make sense. White should play here, because if black cuts here now, it's already not working for black. So white definitely paid for that in the game with this move. Now the situation's pretty bad for white already. And also this move here was too slow for white. It's focusing too much on the security of one territory. This kind of peep is a really good one not to miss, because it takes away white's eye shape and points. It helps this group a little bit too, and in this case the solidity that you give white is already nullified by the solidity of the black right next to it here. When you have this tiny of an eye space, and it's probably better to just move out into the center. Otherwise this happens, and then black's getting all kinds of points. The game's pretty much over even like right now. This Hane was just I shouldn't really do that. I should just either fix my shape somehow around here just in case, or just claim the territory up here as quickly as I can. Because some of the moves I played wouldn't have flied well in against a higher level opponent. And then white shouldn't play these right now. It doesn't make any sense. White always could play there. If your opponent, like black, is not going to play here, so why should white play here? So this is a timing thing. It's really important that you don't do unnecessary things, especially at the wrong time. Because by doing that, white actually went from 4 liberties down to 3. Look, now white has 3 liberties instead of 4, which means he had to actually fix his shape. Because if he didn't, then this might happen. Yeah, so white got Gote from that. That wasn't very good. And then when your opponent invades your area that is so strong and so obviously like already your territory, you shouldn't really worry about your individual stones, and just make sure that this group has no way to get 2 eyes. Don't worry about one of your stones getting like a liberty shortage or something. Just focus on the eye space, and then you'll be able to kill the white group. So that's that. 4 games. So many more games to go. You never want to push on the 4th line like this if you can help it. It's like, because I have to work in the morning, so it's already past midnight, so I'm thinking of wrapping up in like 5-10 minutes. So I'm just kind of looking over our games, and if you guys have any questions or things to talk about, I have a few more minutes. But yeah, honestly, do not push here on the 4th line if you can help it. Wait until black does something that forces you to need that. That's a better strategy. Wait until you need it before you do it. Don't kick like this unless you're over concentrating black or attacking black. So if white already had a reinforcement here to begin with, then now white would be able to play around here and attack this group. But if you do this right away, black's going to attach here and kind of squeeze you. So you have to play here first. Yeah, or your AlphaGo. But if black had a stone around here, like kind of a little bit close, then kicking would be good because it over concentrates him. But if he has a stone 3 spaces away, like around here, then you're not over concentrating him, so you shouldn't kick here. And then the additional reason being that even when you play here or here, your corner is not secure. So the additional strength you give to black is not worth it due to your own corner weakness. Let's take a look at how that invasion would happen. Maybe I can make smaller individual videos on this kind of stuff, but I am planning to do a lot of that soon. I'm planning to like not only do more types of streams and have a little variety, but I'm also planning to make some just recorded videos of like lessons on different things. And then I'm also planning to maybe one day a week I would have a stream where like you guys could, like people could just come to me with questions and we all just have Q&A and go over variations and ideas. And maybe some combination of that and game reviews, where people can like submit games for review or have me pull them up. So basically here, black is pretty efficient, so this is usually better for black. And then white probably should play here because it threatens this invasion, like this, or this. So black would probably respond. And then to finish the corner, white would want to play here. When it's big enough anyways. A0 is asking me to review his game with a 1Q, even though his level is about the same as mine. Were you playing Tygem? I don't really mind, we can pull up in your game. It better not be a game where you just like laddered him across the board and it finished in like 40 moves. KGS, aww. Weak only versus the 1Q. I don't really want to spend like too much longer because I should like get a few things done and then sleep and then wake up, not be too zombie for work. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna post the schedule I've almost finished coming up with. Maybe I'll just force myself to do that before I sleep. I'll come up with a schedule at long last and then post it for you guys. And in that schedule, I think one of the days of the week is going to be what I said. It's going to be like reviewing and Q&A. So that's where we can just pull open random SGF files and take a look. And then one day a week will be something like this, where I'm playing against, lower rank. And at least one day a week will be I'm playing strong people. And then if there's one more day, then, we'll figure out what that fourth day is. But I'm aiming for 3 to 4 days per week. Yeah, some of you may have noticed that I didn't stream for like a number of days, and then it's only been like, I did a few in a row, and then I did like once a week. My real rank, my Canadian rank is 5 Dan, but like also my Canadian rank barely ever changes, because the only time I ever get any sanctioned games in is when I play in like a big tournament. So I'm not really sure, because Canadian ranks got stronger some time ago, so I'm not sure if I can still say that I can be like 6 Dan, but I have competed plenty of times at 6 Dan. I think I do okay. I'm not like a strong one. If I'm 6 Dan, I'm probably a weak 6 Dan, but yeah, I don't know. Right now I'm just saying 5 to be safe, because it's just better to underestimate. I'm probably just 5 Dan. And then that means AGA I might be like maybe 6, maybe 7 at most in AGA, but maybe 6. And then KGS I'm like strong 4, weak 5. Like it's pretty easy for me to get a 5 Dan account. Like last time I was playing on KGS often, I had like 3 of them. And I can hold my own against 5 Dans, but I think I'm probably a weak 5 Dan. Q. Well, okay, so A0 says if our friend Q is a CJ 5 Dan, then 6 Dan, then we're probably only 5. This is true, but then he might be like 6 Dan is a pretty vast rank, right? Like, he might be a strong 6 Dan. So, but I agree, like maybe at this time we might just be CJ 5 Dans, because I think CJ ranks may have gotten stronger at some point. I think James was saying something about that. So yeah, like KGS weak to mid 5 Dan, I guess, and then Tygem 7, Canadian 5, American, I'm guessing 6. 7 is possible, but I'm guessing 6. I'm not even sure, like I might be able to get to Tygem 8 Dan. It's just that I haven't, it takes a lot of like you have to have like enough time to really, try. Like the last time I was playing consistently and competitively on Tygem was like years ago. But I wouldn't say I'm 8, like I'm saying I might be able to get to, oh, did something happen again? Did I mess up with the mic? My bad. I guess I better not touch it at all then. I didn't think it would be so sensitive to things. Yeah, honestly, I don't really know what my rank is. Let's just be safe and say like Tygem 7, KGS 5, 4 or 5, Canadian 5. But it should be at least American 6 though, like minimum. I'm like just barely caressing the mic, like just touching it and like just slowly moving its position like a few millimeters. So somehow that's making a lot of sounds. So I guess I can't do that. Well, thanks for coming everyone. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope it went well, and I want to keep making these streams like better and better. I'm only just getting started, and you can tell from how barren my like panel area is that I'm just getting started. But yeah, no worries. I enjoy it, and one of my goals is to make my live play as educational as possible. I didn't say I'm just barely caressing Mike. I said I'm just barely caressing the mic. Okay. Jeez. If you, I'm gonna say worse things if you guys keep that up. Oh, I moved the mic again. I hope that didn't like destroy people's ears. You guys are too funny. You guys are too funny. You know, I think one of the first things I need to do is hurry and get the chat on the video, because when I export these to YouTube, it's kind of like the conversation's kind of weird. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do that like ASAP, because otherwise I'm just talking to myself. And here comes the calm tilt joke. I'm waiting for it. I'm like just expecting him to be typing right now. Typing something. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So like I'm open to suggestions and constructive criticism, and you can expect a lot of changes to be like upgrades and additions to my streams pretty soon. I think my goal, one of my competitive goals for streaming, as like in terms of my own Go development, is getting to 8th Dan while I'm streaming. If I can do that, because I do think I can probably do it when I'm not streaming. I just have to like focus and play 1 or 2 games at most per day. Like usually when a lot of, like obviously 7 Dans are pretty strong and I might actually just be stuck there, but a lot of it is that I play late at night, or I'll play like a whole bunch of games in a row because I'm not patient. So I'll win and I'll win and I'll start losing, and then because I lost, I want to play more because I don't like ending off with a loss. And then I'll lose more, and then, yeah. So I think I could, but anyway, we'll see, right? Because I'm going to try to on stream, so. I'm not going to use the streaming as an excuse for like failing with my goal. Yeah. I don't really like finishing off the day with a loss. Eight Dans are very peaceful, says Cats Play Go. I find that when you play someone really strong, like you know, like a really strong ex Insei or ex Yongusing or something like that, usually their play seems surprisingly calm, and I've learned that that's a sign of danger. Yeah, I do think there's a huge difference between the 7 Dans. Like, some of them are like about my level, and some of them are like kind of easier, and then there's some that just feels like they're a bit out of my league, or not really out of my league, but like I have games where I end up losing by like 2 points even though I got what I wanted, and that's never a good feeling, right? That's actually how I like to win. I prefer to like let my opponent get what they want and still lose. I'd rather win that way than like kill their dragon or something. I think it's, I don't know, maybe it's kind of devious, but more of a Lee Chang-ho kind of thing. I don't know if you noticed, but I already play as though one mistake and I lose. You see how slow I play and how much I think. That's my mentality. I just one move and it's all over. Just one little strategic inefficiency. I wonder if I'll have, maybe I have enough time eventually to start playing in the Canadian League. Everyone keeps asking me to play in it, like saying that they play in it, and it's been many years actually since I played in that thing. But then I could stream those games. Actually, I was talking about my personal Go development with these streams, right? I think playing faster and using my time better, like better time management, is actually something I can get out of these streams, because in order to be sort of more entertaining and also do better in the games, I need to be playing faster. At least not like too snail paced, right? And then, but if I can get used to that, it's gonna improve my play just for everything, for tournaments and for CGA League. A0 is asking me, I think. He's asking, weren't you playing in Canadian League? Or maybe he's asking Cats Play Go. You gotta address who you're asking, man. Who are you asking? Yeah, so I stuck those videos because Wildburn says, yeah, the YouTube viewers are going to be very confused. Yeah, because I don't have the chat on the stream, and then I'm just like talking to myself, it seems. So those videos are all just stuck into a playlist called like First Go Streams or something, and I don't even know if I'll keep them, but I figure I might as well post them because maybe it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I'll do my best to get that going before my next stream. And then I keep saying this, but yeah, schedule. So I think before, like right after I'm done this stream, one of the first things I'm gonna do is just finish coming up with my schedule and just post it right away. Even if I have to post just text only, I'll just post it step by step. Because in the last 2 weeks, I probably only streamed like twice, so, and then all my other streams were clumped up into like 1 week. So I need to do more than once a week. Yeah. I guess I can get rid of them later. My first stream videos, because there's no chat on screen. Sadness. Alright, so I'm going to bounce now. Yeah, thanks for coming, thanks for watching, chatting, giving me advice. Alright, so we'll see you guys later. And, oh, feel free to like message me on any of my social media platforms, and you can get me to review your games or give me some suggestions, or maybe even give me some music to try. So yeah, peace.